I am reading for the sign of Virgo today. This is going to be your predictions for 2022, prediction signs and wonders for you guys. I normally don't do predictions, at least I try not to. I'm not really sure why, but the universe has really put this information on my heart for this month's reading for December. It's not a December reading, obviously, it's a 2022 reading. So, Virgo, there's a lot that's happening. There's a lot of eclipse energy, there's just a lot of transformation. Every year, people get pregnant, people fall in love, people get divorced, people go to school, get a degree, have children. There's a lot of things that happen throughout each and every year that had happened the year prior to that one, to the current year, right? So, yes, those things can happen. People die every year, people get sick every year. But next year, each and every year has a certain theme, okay? For like that, there's always a lesson each year. So, we're going to go ahead and see on a spiritual level what that theme for you is in 2022, and on a more mundane level as far as your money, your career, your health, sexual and platonic relationships, etc. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and jump in. Sorry, my lips are a little dry. So the weather is a little bit chilly today, but the sun is still out, so that's always nice. So we're going to go ahead and get into your reading, Virgo. And as I always do, I pull oracle messages first, and then we pull from the tarot. So we're going to pull a card for you, Virgo, in regards to advice and what you can expect as far as spiritual growth. And then we're going to pull an oracle message in regards to your more physical and more mundane aspects of your life and the growth within that as well. Okay. So next year for everyone is going to be about speaking the truth being revealed, lies being uncovered. There's a lot happening in the metaverse, the internet, how we communicate with others. Okay, next year is not about holding on to lies and hiding. It's about coming out, being your true self. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right in, Virgo. Universe, source, archangels, ancestors, spirit guides, earth spirits, those who watch after us each and every day and guide us, please come before us, gather around us, surround us as we speak to the sign of Virgo for their 2022 predictions, signs, and wonders for the year 2022, for next year in 2022 for all signs of Virgo, for their predictions, signs, and wonders. Predictions, signs, and wonders for the sign of Virgo all over the world, all signs of Virgo for the year 2022, and their predictions, signs, and wonders for Virgo. Let's see, Virgo. Also, Virgo, just to let you know, this is just a conversation, so I'm not necessarily going to be showing you the cards as much in this reading unless my spirit guides me to do so. Okay? And when I say it's a conversation, like I'm just talking to you about the predictions, I'm just sharing with you what you can expect, instead of really showing you the cards. But if my spirit pushes me to do so, I will. Okay? All right, Virgo. So next year for you, Aries season might be very important for you. Okay? It's springtime energy, right? Fire energy, that new spark. Okay, the beginning of a chapter. I feel that for 2022, Virgo, some of you guys may have Aries in your chart, but or you're dealing with an Aries, but there is something that is brand new for you, like you've never done it before, or like you've never experienced it before. And I feel that it's going to make you feel very uncomfortable, but just have faith, whatever this chapter is, because I feel like your year is really not going to start until Aries season for some of you. Okay, because for some of you guys, whenever January rolls around, you don't really feel like the year has started. You feel like you're still kind of stuck in the last year, right? And it might not be until Aries season, sometime in April or May, where you will finally feel ready for the year. It's that's quite possible for some of you. But for others of you, there's a brand new experience in a decision that you are going to make next year in 2022, or this year in 2022 if you guys are watching already in 2022. But Virgo, there's a brand new start. It could be a brand new start in a relationship where you may not have felt comfortable, with dating, or you didn't feel comfortable with having hard conversations within your relationships, whether it be family, friends, business colleagues, co-workers, your significant other, whether you're dating them, married to them, or committed, your children. Some of you guys may choose to take on swimming lessons, or some of you guys may choose to swim with dolphins. I don't know. There's something that's really, really new for you. And for some of you, it's going to happen in Aries season, or just a part of the year where the weather is starting to warm up a little bit. Okay, it doesn't have to be like that for everyone. Okay, it could be different for everyone. So Pisces and Aries has something in store for you next year. And it's going to really help you to recognize your purpose. It's going to help you recognize that you actually have some light to shed, or light to shine in the world. Realizing that you don't have to hide yourselves. Your personalities may change next year, where you're going to evolve into someone who wants to be seen and heard. At least that's what the universe is going to push you towards, Virgo, in 2022. Probably in Aries season, you may start feeling these ideas, or getting a feel for this in Pisces season, or towards the end of Pisces season leading into Aries. But again, you guys could just be dealing with a Pisces or an Aries. But there is, now what I'm also getting for you is that Aries may be the beginning of a chapter, and Pisces is the end of that chapter. And I feel that you're going to really evolve and enjoy that chapter. And when I say Aries and Pisces in astrology, this season of Aries will begin this next year. And then by the year 2023 in Pisces season, before we hit Aries, you will look back and realize how much you have evolved as a human being. But you have to be willing to take a leap of faith this in 2022, whenever this decision needs to be made, or whenever this experience arises for you. Okay, so that way the rest of the year you can reap the benefits of this blessing that is on its way to you. Okay. Some of you guys, your religion is going to change. Your spiritual beliefs are going to change. Your beliefs in anything, how life works, how you spend your money, your ideas around politics is going to change. Society and their ideas, your thoughts and your perspective may change in sometime next year. And for those 12 months from that point, from when you have changed your perspective or chosen to do something new for yourself, the 12 months after that is really going to it's going to be positive. That's what I'm seeing here. It's going to be positive. Some of you guys may need to do water meditation or sun or candle magic. Okay. For Virgo. So now we're going to pull an oracle message in regards to your more mundane aspects of your life. Okay. Physical things that you want, things that you want to experience on a more mundane level, right? For universe, source, archangels for the sign of Virgo, all signs of Virgo, the more mundane aspects of their lives: money, family, friends, relationships, health, travel, for all signs of Virgo in the year 2022, prediction, signs, and wonders. Virgo, I feel like next year or in 2022 it's all going to be about you. That's probably something you need to focus on, is yourself, but not in the sense of just kind of, hiding yourself and being on your own and not really like interacting with others. Like, it's going to be about you in the sense of how you shine, how you present yourself, how you emerge from if you've been at home for too long, whatever cubbyhole that you may be dwelling in, that you have dwelled in for a while. It's time to come out and actually make it about yourself in the sense of like what you can offer the world, right? What you can do, what you're made of. Okay, it's time to shine. All right, let's see. For Virgo, 2022, year 2022, prediction, signs, and wonders. Some of you guys really need to grow a backbone in the sense of not allowing people to walk all over you. You need to recognize how to speak up. Some of you guys may need to take a leap of faith in how you talk, and how you speak your truth to people, okay, in 2022. You guys are definitely, your third eye is definitely opening up, okay? It's just a lot of things that have been left in the dark for you, or maybe you purposefully leave things in the dark. You're private. I get the sense some of you, Virgo, are very private because you don't really trust people. You don't trust people with your energy. You don't trust people to support you in whatever you decide to do in your life, okay? This is, again, next year is going to be about communication from a place with a lack of ego. There are those of you that need to change how you speak your truth to others. It doesn't matter who it is, right? It needs to come from a place of authenticity, of a wholesome nature. Excuse me. This is not the time to speak based on ego or emotional turmoil. It is a time to speak from an authentic place. You will go far coming from a place of honesty, not emotion, right? I'm not saying that you shouldn't, use your emotions or feel I'm not saying that you shouldn't have any feelings. I'm just saying that if there are those of you who have a Pisces moon or Virgo, if I'm speaking to those of you who have Virgo elsewhere in your chart, but you have a Pisces sun or an Aries sun, your emotions may get the best of you at times, and that's where you communicate from. That is just how you communicate. I think that needs to change for you in 2022. The truth is very important for you guys in 2022. So if there are people around you where you feel like you can't really be too, let's just say you have a close friend or you have family members and you may have in your mind insecurities, and they ask you questions about your personal life or they ask you questions about your beliefs, and you kind of create a bit of a lie, whether it be a white lie or just a straight up lie. You don't necessarily tell the straight up truth because you're afraid of what that person may think about your answer. That is not going to work in your favor. If there are people, you may lose a friend because they don't like what you believe in or they don't like your perspective because you spoke the truth about something. That may be the first time for some of you where someone just was like, I don't want to be friends with you anymore, and a friend breaks up with you. But that's because your friendship was not based on truth in the first place. Some of you guys don't want to accept the truth about certain matters of your heart or matters of your just certain aspects of your life. The universe is not allowing you to hide anymore, Virgo. This may have been going on for some of you guys. This has been going on for like a decade or more. Okay? Because there is something that you want. There is something that you want that may beat against what or challenge your religious beliefs. And you just can't explain, you can't express why. You may label it as evil, and it's just like evil or temptation, that's causing you to want that thing, but it's like, maybe it's not. You're going to be challenged in 2022 in regards to your desires and what you want, and actually speaking that. It's okay to admit that you want something, whether you feel you can have it at that time or not. Some of you guys may have a hard time in the dating world. Some of you guys have a hard time making new friends. You have a hard time really expressing yourself, and you may feel that maybe the way you dress, it's just not very colorful. It's not, not all of you, I'm just saying, because I've seen many Virgos throughout history, right? Even celebrities who are Virgos who shine brighter than any individual, any star in the sky, right? You have that ability, Virgo, but when it comes to the darker aspects of Virgo, right? You guys can be too private to the point where you let no one in, not even your family or your closest friends. You can push people away, right? Your third eye needs to be open. Your throat chakra needs to be activated. You need to recognize that you deserve good things. Live loudly, Virgo. That may be something that is very foreign to some of you. Living loudly. Maybe some of you guys may feel that being more private is a sense of maturity, or not letting people into your life, is in a way, a sense of growth in some way, or that it makes you more mature. But honestly, Virgo, there's a balance to everything, right? Sometimes we need to know when to open up, and we need to know when it's okay for us to live as an open book. And there comes a time or a moment where you need to close that book to someone or to a group of people because their energy is just not in sync with yours, and they're just prowling. They're not there to contribute or to support what you're doing, right? It's all about balance. You have a purpose. Some of you guys want to sing, you guys want to become songwriters, or you actually want to sing, and others of you want to dance. Some of you guys are really good writers. You're a hairstylist, a makeup artist, illustrators, fashion designers. Some of you guys like to knit, crochet. Some of you guys like to make jewelry. Some of you guys are into cosmetology, skincare, gardening, herbal medicine, the pharmaceutical industry, whatever it is that you love doing, interior design, like I can go on and on. There's so much that out there for you guys. There's so much that some of you guys really want to do, and you're not really convinced that you can actually obtain that. But just know this, Virgo, that in order for you to really obtain these dreams or goals that you have, you need to live out loud. You can't hide yourself. For those of you who are hiding a relationship because you're afraid of what people are going to think about it, if you're in a same-sex relationship because you're afraid, but you're not bringing your partner around your family, that may be bothering them for some of you, okay? Or whether it's same sex or not, you may have a partner or you're hanging out with friends, but you don't really bring them around your family because you're afraid of what your family might think. Sometimes it doesn't matter if it's family members that you need to let go of because you guys are bonding with your family over what they want for you instead of bonding over overall reciprocity and support for one another's decisions and paths in life. You may want to reconsider how much time you're giving certain people. It doesn't matter. Some of you guys may feel family is everything, and no matter what, if your family doesn't like something, you got to stop doing it. Some of y'all need to cut that shit out. Some of y'all need to cut that shit out. Because your family, remember this, they are human beings. You were not born into your family to live according to their rules. They are still others. Your family are just, they're other souls that were put down here for their own purpose and to learn their own lessons. You were not placed into your family or into a friendship group or into any romantic relationship to be controlled. You are not down here, Virgo, to live according to what other people feel is comfortable for them. Period. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's get into the tarot here. So we're going to pull 3 cards from the tarot and then we're going to clarify them. So let's see. Let's get a little bit deeper into 2022, Virgo, in regards to what 2022 has in store. Universe, source, archangels, ancestors for the sign of Virgo for their 2022 predictions, signs, and wonders for the year 2022 for the sign of Virgo. What does the tarot have to speak to us about in regards to Virgo's experiences, predictions, signs, and wonders in the year 2022? And trust me, Virgo, like, I'm a Leo, but I have Virgo up and down my chart, so I completely understand the struggles, okay? I completely understand. Universe, source, angels for Virgo. For Virgo 2022 prediction, signs, and wonders. There's 2 cards that wanted to show themselves, Virgo. I'm going to take a look at them. Pisces has some type of lesson for you. There may be a Pisces in your life, Virgo, where they may be very conservative or they don't really express much about themselves. I'm going to put these cards aside, but you have Pisces and more Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. There is a water sign here. You guys have lived in the shadows, so to speak, where some of you, not all of you, some of you guys have a tendency to live in the shadows when either when you're stressed or you're traumatized or you just feel like you're not really being supported. So you feel the best thing for you to do is to hide from the world. Some of you guys, your ideals and your beliefs need to evolve. You hide yourself because, oh, hold on, you guys. Hold on. The Piscean age, I've been saying this in previous videos. We have exited the Piscean age. We are now in the age of Aquarius, an age of free will, of life, happiness, freedom, space to grow. Okay, Virgo, some of you guys are dealing with someone who is still embracing the Piscean age. They're of a different generation. Some of you guys may some of you all are still embracing this age of control, of things being set in stone for everyone in every race and every group or every culture, right? Everybody has their a sense of where they're being controlled because they're placed in certain lanes depending on their race or their existence, right? There's some man or woman who's has a bunch of money or a bunch of power who is, there's a lot of rules and control that you are still holding on to. And I'm speaking to Virgos who might be a little bit older, and it may be hard for you guys to accept what I'm saying, but I feel like those of you who watch my videos, obviously you're still here because relate to what I'm saying. But Virgo, I'm gonna share something with you really briefly. Yes, I'm a Leo sun, but I'm a Virgo Venus, and I have Virgo throughout my chart. Okay, so I kind of identify with being a Virgo as well. I grew up in a cult. Okay, very strict religious family dynamic. Okay, I released Christianity after my mother died when I was 15 years old, and I had siblings there. They were younger, and my father was very strict when it came down to religion, and it took my mother dying for my family to release that control of there is just, this is how a religion should be run. This is how people should act. This is how women should act. This is how men should act. This is how your children should act, right? It was just a lot of control. And there are those of you, Virgo, out there who need something new. And it might be really scary because you're going to have to realize, okay, if I accept this new thing, this new belief, I have to face my friends and my family, and they're going to have questions. Or I have to face my significant other and my kids, and they're going to have questions, or whatever. Or the world, people around me who don't understand what I'm understanding, right? There are those of you who have strict religious beliefs. Or you just have strict thinking. There's no way out of like how you think. That needs to evolve, because what did I say? If you want to reach your goals, that you want to fill this cup, right? This Ace of Cups here. If you want to fill this cup and be the best that you can be in this world, you have to learn patience with yourself and other people. You have to realize that the way you think is not the ultimate, it's not the ultimate idea. It's not the ultimate thought process. It is just a thought process. It's just the way you think. Everybody else has their own way of thinking and believing in things. That doesn't make it right or wrong. What makes it wrong is when you start to alter your perspective around humanity and thinking that this person or any living thing is lesser than, and that they deserve less respect. That's when you're starting to break the rules there, right? Because all living things matter. Ten of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So this is Sagittarius energy. Some of you guys are dealing with a Sag who challenges you, or you have Sagittarius in your chart. But what I'm seeing with the Ten of Wands, did I say the Ten of Swords? I meant the Ten of Wands. You have a lot on your shoulders, Virgo, and it's because about like what you believe in is being challenged, or maybe you feel you're just so focused on what other people may think of you if you speak these truths and speak what you want. Some of you guys just want out of a relationship. Some of you guys don't really want to live with your family anymore. Some of you guys want out of a job. Some of you guys just want out of something, a religion, going to a certain church if you're still, or a certain temple or coven. It depends on your religion, right? Some of you guys just want out of a certain thing because you want something new, you want something different, you want a breath of fresh air. You're tired of doing the same old, but you may be pretending like you're not because you don't want any you don't want to have to deal with confrontation from people. But guess what, Virgo? Next year in 2022 is all about confrontation. Folks are going to ask you questions, and sometimes you just got to be that one person to just be like, you know what, fuck y'all. I don't got to explain nothing to you. They may feel like, oh, like you punched them in the throat, but guess what? If they really care about you and they love you and they respect you, they'll be like, all right, let me back off of Virgo. Like they're living their life. I respect that, you know, and they'll want to grow with you and support you and nurture that, right? Anybody who don't want to support you because you changed your mind about something, don't even worry about them. Okay? Yeah. Yes. Okay. So, Virgo, you have a decision to make. You have the power of choice here. If you don't want to be a part of something, or you want to be a part of something, and you want, obviously you're going to have to leave something else behind. If you want to travel somewhere, if your thoughts around like how you heal yourself or medication, about getting a certain shot or a vaccine or whatever, like if your thoughts have changed a little bit because you just don't feel safe, whatever those thoughts are, those are your thoughts, those are your beliefs. That's okay. I don't necessarily see that you guys are trying to preach to people necessarily, but you just have your own thoughts and your own feelings and beliefs around something. And you may want to share it with somebody and you want somebody to just understand, you know what I mean, or support you as best they can on it. But Virgo, you're definitely dealing with somebody. Either it's a religious group or a spiritual group, a job, an organization. You're dealing with or a person. You're dealing with something or someone. They just do not understand. They don't care about like, oh, what you want to do. They don't understand the matters of the heart because they don't follow their own. They're smart. They have a lot of good ideas, but it's like this strict doctrine or this strict experience or this circumstance or situation that you're in where it's not really giving you a lot of breathing room, and you need breathing room. And some of you guys, this is you are this strict energy, right? You're strict on everybody, your kids, your friends, about like if your friends share something that on their heart and they just want somebody to support them, you may not necessarily be the supportive like friend because you're the one that's just like, well, you know, that's not logical, or, you know, get over it, or, you know, shit happens, so like just move. Sometimes somebody just needs a shoulder to cry on. That could be for a couple of you where you need to be a little bit more supportive and empathetic. Okay, Virgo, depends on where Virgo is in your chart when I say that. But some of you guys may get into a lot of fights with people because of the way you think, you know, because you're not being too supportive. But others of you in 2022, you're going to get into disagreements with people where they want to tear you down because you're challenging them in a way by the way you live and by the dreams and goals that you have. You will face adversity when it comes to people not wanting to be your friend anymore. They may come at you on social media, you know, they may hound you about shit and be like, oh, you don't believe in this, or you don't want to do this anymore. Well, that means that you don't this and that, and that means that you support this and that, and that may not be the case for you. You will face, with the Five of Swords here, you will face people who just want to fight you. They want to tear you down. And if this is you, Virgo, tearing people down next year because of like their beliefs, we're in the age of Aquarius. Ain't nobody got time to be holding on to like old beliefs. It's time to evolve. Religions, beliefs, everything evolves. They have to transform. No one can live in any life as a living being without opening to transformation and evolution. There's no such thing. Our hair follicles evolve. That's how our hair grows, right? Our skin follicles, they evolve, they grow in order for us to have skin, right? It's an organism. It's its own ecosystem. Our body is its own ecosystem. Our cuticles and our nails, like everything about a human being or an animal or a plant evolves and transforms every single fucking day. That's why we have dandruff. That's why we have hair that falls out, because we are growing and evolving. till the day we die. So if you're living your life, Virgo, not evolving and embracing change as it already is here, you will be left behind. We will be left behind if we are not open to this change. And if there's any religion or any form of spirituality that is, it's okay to hold on to tradition. I'm not saying don't hold on to tradition. I'm not saying to not respect ancient beliefs. But if we are not taking those teachings, whether it be from the Bible, whether it be from the Quran, whether it be from, your book of shadows, whatever you're writing down in your book of shadows for those of you who are pagan, whatever, the Torah, whatever you read in your religion, ancient forms of witchcraft, if we are not taking what the ancients did and learning from them and help and evolving from what we've learned from them, just like hundreds and thousands of years from now, people will learn from us, right? If you are not open yourself to learn and evolve, you are not doing yourself no favors. You're not going to do your children any favors. You're not going to do your grandchildren, your great grandchildren, whoever. You're not doing anybody any favors by holding on to shit. And if you have people around you, if you're trying to evolve and you're trying to grow, Virgo, but you got all these people trying to hold on to shit and trying to tear you down because you're trying to grow, fuck them, okay? Leave them behind. They will be the ones to fall off. That sounds harsh, but that's just how it works, okay? Oh, y'all get me heated. I'm sorry. But that's just where my spirit is. My spirit guides are just like, come on, Virgo, get your shit together. If you haven't, if you're not getting it together, right? All right, Virgo. So let's go ahead and clarify these cards, and then I'm gonna let you guys go. For Virgo, universe, source, archangels, ancestors, spirit guides, please come before us to speak to the sign of Virgo for 2022. Prediction, signs, and wonders. Clarify these cards for Virgo. Clarify these cards for Virgo. Clarify these cards for Virgo. Also, you have another card that represents Aries here, which is a Two of Wands. So you guys need to make conscious and confident decisions. If you want to do something and you're done with bullshit, or you want to believe in another religion, or you want to go to another church or another temple that's different from the one that you've been going to, if you want to get another job, if you want to date, or you want to be single, whatever, if you want to have, even for those of you who want to have multiple partners, ain't nothing wrong with that, as long as the other person is okay with that, and as long as, if they have partners, and they're okay with that, then, that's fine. But, not everybody is with monogamy. That's okay. Okay. As long as we are all adults, doing that. Okay. If we're doing it responsibly, for those of you who do that. But for those of you who just want to play the field, for those of you who may be with a partner who's of a different race than you, or a different religion or culture, if you want to marry them and you want to give your life to them and have kids by them, go ahead. Don't worry about what anybody else has to say. What time, what year is it? You know what I mean? Anybody who has anything to say about what you do, Virgo, at this point, you gotta leave them alone. Let the universe deal with their asses, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and clarify. I'm gonna clarify these cards for you, Virgo. Clarify these cards, universe, source for Virgo, 2022 signs and predictions. Clarify these cards for Virgo. Okay, yeah, so some of you guys may have definitely a boss. Some of you guys are definitely dealing with a boss. Others of you, you're dealing with somebody who has power over other people, or maybe they may have power over you, or they may be a different rank than you. Okay, you may experience some pushback or challenging energies with this person. There's more Aries here, y'all. So some of you guys are dealing with an Aries. Others of you, Aries season in 2022 is going to be challenging. You're going to be getting in arguments, or you're going to be having those hard talks with people where people going to be ready to square up. They're going to be ready to punch you in the face, or you're going to be ready to punch them, and whatever, right? Cuss somebody out, something like that, around aggressive behavior or aggressive verbal conversation. Or conversation, That is definitely possible in Aries season or next year in 2022 as you move towards what you want. Okay? But the work that you need to do, keep working, keep putting in the work, keep going to your classes, keep listening to that podcast that's really helping you out. You know, keep working on that project, keep sharpening your skills, you know, whatever you choose that makes you happy and wholesome and helps you to thrive as an individual, whether it's a relationship, whatever, a job, whatever, travel, whatever, a religion, whatever. Keep working on that. Keep moving towards that. It's gonna pay off for you. Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You have the King of Swords in the other deck. So this is definitely showing me here. You gotta cut some of y'all gotta cut somebody off, or you gotta cut something off. You need to just say what you need to say and stop hiding it. Okay, some of you guys are this is your father. Some of you guys, this is your father, and you're gonna have to take that leap of faith and be like, I don't want to live here anymore, or I don't want to believe in this anymore, or you know, some of you guys need to open up with your father or your mother. I feel like this is masculine energy, so if this is your mother, they really embrace the masculine energy. They're very in your face or very demanding. They're no bullshit type of person. But I feel like this person is not all about like shits and giggles and feelings and, you know, matters of the heart. They're just like hard work. It's a very old-fashioned feeling that I'm getting here, Virgo. It could be somebody else or it could be you. And this is why you are going to have a hard time next year with this evolution, because you're so stuck on, this is what I got to be. This is me. I'm not about to change for nobody. I'm a hard worker, or, you know, this is what I believe in. But the universe is like, look, it's about to slash through all of that. It's like, no, you think you know, but we know, right? There may be a deity or your creator who's going to really rain down on your parade a little bit, Virgo, for those of you who are holding on to this old Piscean age or this old mentality. But for others of you, you're dealing with a very sharp-tongued father or a very sharp-tongued husband, a very sharp-tongued boss or manager, somebody who they are not here to make you feel good. And this can definitely be about a job, okay? But it depends on what you're going through, right? Whatever resonates. All right, Virgo. Much love and light to all of you. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you guys next year. That's when your next reading is going to come out. Love yourself. Include yourself in the love that you spread into the world. Okay? Let go. It will not be easy. I will let you know that, Virgo. It will not be easy. So prepare yourself. There will be angry people, and they will make you feel like you've done everything wrong, or that you weren't a good friend. Okay, or you weren't a good spouse or a good whatever, a good parent. But guess what? Remember who you are. Remember that you are a human being. You're a living being. Growth is important. And if people can't handle that growth, guess what? They will fall off. Like I said, they will not survive this movement. Okay? Love you guys. Take care. Bye, Virgo.